So, once again, if you are just now joining us, welcome to Comics from the Future, our weekly Friday show where you can preview and pre-order the upcoming issues that are coming out. And we're going to start things off with Batman 100. Ooh. It is the Joker War conclusion.
The cover is so big that we couldn't fit it all on the screen the way that, it would stretch weird. So it is a...
wraparound.
It's a wraparound cover, thus the image.
So we've been talking about Joker War all summer, and this is going to be the final issue. This is, in this issue, this is the A cover, by the way, it is going to be... Finally, Batman and Joker will meet together and they will duel together. We're also going to have a first appearance of Ghostmaker, and there is a showdown. Batman has a showdown with Clown Hunter as well, so they'll get to meet. So lots of new interactions. Another cool thing about this issue is after the Joker War story concludes, we're going to have 2 short stories, it said, that will map out the future of Batman and Gotham.
I think it's going to be big. I think what comes after is going to be even bigger.
I think so, too. So this is an important issue for a lot of reasons. If you've been reading Joker War or whatever, this sounds like it's going to launch into the future of the Batman series. So let's look at those other covers. This is the Mattina cover, the B cover. So if you guys want the A cover, just make sure to specify so that we know. But this is the Mattina cardstock B cover. And then there is...
I have to say about this cover, though, it reminds me of sort of like a Santa Claus on a sleigh cover, and presents are going everywhere. I don't know if that's where he's drawing from, but I love all the money. Yeah, that's been sort of the crux of Joker's plan.
From back here, it looks like they're fighting in like a big salad.
All right, and this is our Batman 100 exclusive.
I can just get this anywhere, can't I?
Yeah, you can get it from the gas station down the road. Wrong.
Wrong. If you thought that, you're wrong.
Yeah, we are one of 20 stores
in the whole world.
Yeah, who got the Batman 100 Lee Bermejo exclusive cover. So this is, if you have a pull list with us, it's only going to cost you $10. And if you just want this single issue, it'll be available on our eBay page and on Facebook later for $20. So a lot of you have already asked for this. We have plenty of copies. A lot of people want 2, 3 copies, which is awesome. But if you have a pull list with us, this exclusive variant can be yours for just $10. All right, and is this the...
This is the blank cover.
Yeah, it's not... I mean...
You can imagine what this looks like.
I
will say
purple.
DC has been coloring the blank covers a lot, so they might do something for it.
Oh, this one's the purple one.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. So it's at least going to be purple in, I guess, honor of the Joker.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, continuing on with DC, we have Rorschach #1 by Tom King with art by Jorge... crap, I can't remember his last name.
Jorge
Fornes. Jorge Fornes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is set 35 years after the events of the original Watchmen. Rorschach is back. It can't be the original, though, and that's some of the mystery. Who is this guy? He's trying to assassinate presidential candidates who are going up against the current president, Robert Redford. He's the president of the Watchmen world. In this timeline. And so it kind of explores who is this new Rorschach, who is this new anti-hero in a fedora. So, he was, I guess when you read Watchmen, you have different favorite characters each read. My first time I read it, Rorschach was my favorite. Mm-hmm. I think my next time was Dr. Manhattan. Mm-hmm. Way further in was Ozymandias. And if your favorite is a comedian, you probably need to seek help. Great character, but... so here is the J. Lee B cover. I really like this one.
I like that the dumbbells are little Dr. Manhattans.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, they have his little face on them.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack in that cover, and it's that old classic Watchmen style. Mm-hmm. So, and then again, is a blank cover that they didn't get in on time.
How did you not get the blanks in on time?
I don't know, and I'll tell you once again, DC is adding accents to these blank covers.
Yeah.
So don't think, well, why A, do they have it, and why B, do they not have the cover? Just think, well, I want somebody to sign this someday. Yeah. Well, I want somebody to draw something on it.
Someone draw a perfect Rorschach on both sides, complete perfect one.
We
They'll
always
fold it
have
over.
people asking for blank covers late. This is your
Yeah.
chance to get it at cover price or to get it at all, because we're only going to order, so many over what people ask for. Oh, yeah, look at that. That is awesome. So this one's on me, too. This is a last-minute edition. It was just announced the other day that Three Jokers #1, which is the hottest comic of the summer, has sold out. They did such a big print run. It's still sold out. So this is the second print, and look at this cover that Jason Fabok has done. If you've read Joker War, you get the reference. If you don't, well, there it is. There's a Joker shark in Three Jokers #1. He was a fan favorite. So, of course, you're going to have him on the cover, but the Joker is going to have him playfully as a hand puppet. One of the scariest hand puppets I've ever seen.
But there's like something weird about the hand puppet, like the eyes and stuff. You're like, this could have been alive at some point. He just shoved his hand in it or something. It's a very uncomfortable looking puppet.
The amount of gums you see scare me along with the teeth. But I think it's a fantastic... I actually like this better than some of the original covers.
Yep.
So I don't know if he drew this one really quickly or if they had this... They were expecting a second print. But let us know if you want one
if
or
you
two.
want to complete the set,
Yeah.
this is going to be a great one to add to it.
I agree.
Now, this is a interesting one. So, everyone's familiar now with Scott Snyder from his run on Batman and Death Metal and Regular Metal. But he got his kind of big breakthrough in the series American Vampire before any of that. And it is a series that's been on hiatus for quite a while. It follows a vampire or a couple of vampires through many, many years. It starts in the Old West. And now this is going to be the final volume of them in American Vampire 1976. So if you had read that previous one, I mean, you're already looking forward to this. It's a great series. We've been waiting for it to wrap up. Basically, it is how his name's Skinner Sweet, the vampire, is now dealing with the 70s, and kind of his longtime rival from many generations is coming back. So this will wrap up the big American Vampire epic. I think we have a variant for it by Destin to Win, which is really cool. They do a good job with the very of the time frame and everything that it takes place.
That's sort of a classic car even for the 70s.
Yeah.
That's very Bonnie and Clyde. That's what I think they're drawing from there. So.
And then we got that old chestnut, the blank sketch cover.
Oh, they're doing it. Okay, a sketch cover for this one too. All right, what is next? I think we're getting to Marvel now.
Yeah, Marvel new number one coming up is Champions. So this is our beloved teen heroes in this series. So we have Miss Marvel, Spider-Man, Nova, and kind of what they stand for is to be against lethal force. Is one of their big creeds.
Gentler, huggier heroes.
In the solicitation, it said that a law is passed that goes against everything they stand for, so I'm assuming it's going to be a pretty brutal law. So they have to stand up against that. So this is the A cover for it. Show me that B cover, Jason. This is... What?
I have to say, every time they re-release Champions, because this is like their third series or so, the characters have doubled in popularity.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree
what I mean?
with that.
Like, Miles Morales is such a hugely hot
feel like
character.
I
Kamala
know
Khan,
more
too.
about these characters, and just through even popular culture. So, all right, this is the RONIN variant, and up next we have the Marvel Zombies variant, which it's kind of a small image, but it looks like, I don't know, I kind of like this one. But that's the Marvel Zombies variant, and then the Mio variant, and that is our main artist on this series as well.
Very cool. So here we have Thor #8. I know probably just about everybody watching this is signed up to Thor for good reason. Donnie Case has done some amazing things. All right, well, listen to this solicitation. Apparently, in a place called Broxton, Oklahoma, so kind of some middle of nowhere place, somebody starts handing out Mjolnirs, Thor's hammers, to just anyone. It doesn't matter about their worthiness. I mean, this is all I know about this. I'm not making this up. This is what the solicitation says. And I mean, check out Thor. He's just hanging out eating a sandwich. So I mean, it sounds like a wild issue. I mean, what do you do? How do you follow up the Black Winter stuff? I don't know. But Donny Cates, he is definitely taking a sharp left, which is what I think he's done throughout his run of Venom and Thor. I'm excited to see what's going on here.
Yeah, J. Michael Straczynski brought in that idea of Asgard being in Broxton, and that they had like Thor attending town hall meetings and everything. So that's kind of Thor's home away from home. And it's always really funny to see him interact with the locals and go to the local restaurants and everything. And I like that Donny Cates is picking up on this and continuing that story.
Well, I'll show you what else I like. Check out this Frankenstein Thor horror variant. I mean, this is great. I mean, that's why I put that one on the opening screen before the show. It's just so eye-catching. That's going to be a hot one. So let us know how many you want. And then we have the Alex Ross Timeless variant. So, I mean, this Thor issue, can we order enough of it with the great variants?
It's crazy.
And then lastly, unfortunately, I don't have a slide to show here. There is going to be a Fortnite variant. So the Fortnite variants, they've been really popular. It is the comic characters with the Fortnite character on each one. It's been popular with people who've played the game, people who have kids who've played the game, and also just people who just wonder how much Marvel's going to do with this property. And I have it on good authority. I actually spoke with somebody who works on it, and he was told by Marvel they're going to be doing more probably. It's been popular. So you know who I'm talking about.
I think so.
Ooh, now we're on to
our...
It's back!
Time?
We're back to, what, 2005? Whatever?
I wish.
So, everyone knows about The Walking Dead. It is a worldwide phenomenon. And so Robert Kirkman said, hey, this book I had in black and white, let's put it in color. So they are going to be releasing, from what I hear, every issue in color. And this is going to be called Walking Dead Deluxe. And what's neat about this is, other than it being in color, having multiple covers, it will also feature I forgot where it was originally published, but Kirkman had a thing called The Cutting Room Floor. And it's like handwritten notes about the story, possible alternative versions of this story, where it could have gone, some kind of abandoned plot points. This will contain those, along with like a whole bunch of little extra stuff, interviews, all that. And what I think is really important about this, Kirkman's a big supporter of comic book stores.
Yeah.
And so this, we always get the people who be like, I'm just going to wait for the trade. It says, like, on it, don't expect that anytime soon. This is, for going to your comic book store and picking up. You're not going to be able to read this, after the first 6 or 7 issues are out in a trade. It's going to be a while before that's even going to be collected. So, need to pick it up while it's here.
He wants everyone to have that fun, that issue-to-issue fun you get collecting that way.
Yeah.
So, and of course, we got some variants here.
And I had to sneeze. So this is kind of a... I'm not sure if this is a redrawn or a recolored Tony Moore version of the cover, but everyone will recognize this as the issue 1 cover.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then we have Charlie Adlard, who it was the artist for most of the series, doing a cover for number 1.
Yep.
And then this is Tedesco. That iconic scene. It's like one of the first zombies Rick encounters is the biker on the side of the road. A recreation of that scene. Then this is the Art Adams variant cover, which is really fun.
He has the eyes full open fear on his face.
What's going on?
Yeah.
And then we actually have a image of this. Breaking news.
Thank you, Robert Kirkman.
This is what the blank cover will look like.
He cracked the whip over Skybound. He got that out on time.
Yeah.
All right. So, new from Neil Gaiman, kind of. So, Norse mythology was a novel that Neil Gaiman wrote, and it kind of fashioned the primeval Norse mythology with the 9 worlds and Thor and Odin and all that into a story arc. So this is the comic book version of that.
Mhm.
So they're comicarizing.
Yeah, that's the correct term.
That's the correct terminology.
Comicarizing.
They're comicarizing this story. So Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology. If you are a Gaiman fan, a Sandman fan, you'll want to check this out. And then the B cover is a David Mack cover.
Yeah, and that's really cool. There's going to be a bunch of different artists
I love
working
that
on
one.
this. I know Mike Mignola has a couple of pages in it.
Huh.
Cool.
A bunch of really big creators. The novel's really good. Kind of not modernizing, but kind of retelling the original Norse mythology stories.
Yeah.
And a little bit more easier to understand, language and everything.
Right. So, yeah, looks good.
Yep. So,
Relaunch.
we have a relaunch of Star Wars Adventures from IDW. This is a really fun series that is geared towards all ages, young adult, still has plenty of action and everything, very much like the Star Wars movies. And it has been really, really popular. So they have relaunched it #1. This kind of takes on the new format of we're going to have a A story and a B story. The A story, I feel like, is going to be ongoing. It's going to explore Poe and Finn take Rey to a planet to further her Jedi training. And then we have a B story, which I believe is supposed to kind of alternate per issue, different ones each time. And for this issue 1 is a Darth Vader story. So if you're looking for fun, like I believe it's in canon, like everything through Disney kind of has to be at this point.
Right.
This is those kind of fun.
They're not going to license out
Exactly.
Rey and say it's not canon.
So this is a fun, like if you want those like either one and done or 3-issue story arcs or whatever that are just fun action packs, this is a awesome series for that. And then we have the variant cover with Darth Vader on Hoth. This one is by Brokenshire. Really cool kind of Empire Strikes Back homage cover.
Okay, so the next section of our show is called Cool Covers and Other #1. So those are the ones that we just featured. We're going to go through a bunch of other cool covers and other, comics that are starting out that you might be interested in very quickly. So the first one is Batman the Adventure Continues #5. Here is the B cover by Sean Galloway. I like it. Just lots of action going on this one.
This is cool. This is DC,
yeah.
The Doomed and the Damned #1. This is a one-shot coming out kind of for Halloween. A bunch of short stories, spooky short stories.
I forgot to write the price, but I think it is sort of a double-size issue. I think it
yeah.
is more than just $3.99, $4.99. So do check in on that.
Lots of people have been asking for this one already. So, all right. Next we have Deceased Dead Planet #4. This is the Matina cardstock variant. He is all about. He found the color green lately, and is using that in a lot of his variants. Lime green, I should say. All right, and the next one is the movie homage variant cover. Which movie?
Who
is
can
this?
guess what
Yeah.
it is? You stay quiet, Andy. We'll give them a beat. This is from Aquaman.
Yeah, it's funny. They're kind of
That's funny.
parroting their own stuff. So.
Yeah. So that's
for those of you who don't know, those few of you who don't know, Aquaman is one of Andy's favorite characters.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Okay, now we have Far Sector #8. This is the... How do you say his name, Megan? You're great at
let's
this.
see. I'm not great. I get self-conscious about it.
I just say the last name.
Lee.
Lee, not Jim.
In-hyuk Lee, who has been a really popular artist, been on a lot of
Yeah,
stuff
he's
lately.
a fantastic artist.
Mhm.
Look at that hairdo, by the way.
I mean, that's aerodynamic for space.
It's like a cross between Marge Simpson and Elvis.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes.
Alrighty. This is Justice League 54. This is just the A cover.
Yeah, this is part of the death metal tie-in. I think it's like, 3-4 issues that are a tie-in to what's going on.
So if you're tied into everything death metal, you'll get it. If not, let us know.
This one is the second of the death metal tie-ins from
Okay.
Justice League. But the first one hasn't hit yet. The first one comes out next week.
Mhm.
So we just wanted people to know, if you're into death metal, let us know if you want this one, because you haven't got your first one yet from Justice League. Next up, we have Legend of the Swamp Thing Halloween Spectacular #1 one-shot. I like all the one-shots are number one. Just in case they decide to do another. So another Halloween one. DC, they go in for Halloween.
They do.
I mean,
Yeah.
Almost every year.
yeah, they got a few. And once again, I think this is oversized, so I think it is more than regular cover price. But come on, how often Swamp Thing works really good with those one shots.
Yeah, very.
It's
contained
hard. It's hard to
stories.
do the ongoing, unless you're
Mhm.
Len Wein or Alan Moore or
Yeah.
someone like that.
But this one's supposed to have, I believe, like Tom King has a story in it. A lot of really big creators right now have stories in this. Now, this is the variant cover for Young Justice 19. This is the Francis Manapul cover. I feel like either because they just have a huge cast or they just like showing off their cast, all these covers for Young Justice have the full team on them.
Yeah.
And interesting enough, we had Robin Drake back in his Robin suit.
I see that.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, so next we have some Black Widow coming up. We still have some Black Widow #1 on the shelf. If you missed out on that. So this is the Black Widow #2 Alex Ross Timeless variant. Looking lovely as usual. Then we have the J. Scott Campbell variant.
And that's the other. What is her name?
Yelena Belova.
Yeah. I just
Wow.
wanted to say it. Just wanted
Man.
to say it.
Busted that
Uh-huh.
out.
I kept calling her Yelena Baloney. And then we have the Swabby Tomb Black Widow horror variant.
I think this is a Tomb of Dracula.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is what it is.
Swabby Tomb is a
All
great
Right,
pirate
so
name.
this next one, it's not a B cover, it's an A cover. But check it out, Deadpool #7. I mean, I saw this. Look at that.
That's
Look,
cool.
the heart shaped hole through
Wounds.
him.
But also, his heart probably just got blown out.
Yeah, they should have saved this for Valentine's Day, but I guess they just couldn't wait. Anyway, I thought it was a noteworthy Deadpool cover. So
Then we have our next Timeless cover. This is from Marauders 13. This is the Iceman Timeless variant cover. Looking all sleek.
Just
yeah, he's
get
very
chills from
serious
looking
here.
at it.
Yeah.
Very serious Iceman.
Oh, man. Okay, next we have Marauders #13. No, you just did that.
No, it's the Dodderman. It's the Fortnite.
Oh, okay.
Fortnite
See, you're
variant.
gonna do both
It's
of
hard to
them.
recognize the Fortnite variants because I mean I don't play Fortnite. I'm just learning about these characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my niece does. My niece would be very upset with me right now.
But still, we want everyone to know about these Fortnite variants. They've been popular so far, and we don't want to miss any. We don't want anyone to miss any. Next up, we have Miles Morales #19. I had to get this one on here. We almost featured it. 18 was a big issue. I mean, look at that.
Mhm.
There is an evil Miles clone, and he's back. I mean, they're still building sort of his enemies.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
as hot as he is, I'm squirreling away any first appearances and any early ones and stuff like that. So that's issue 19, A cover.
Then we have Marvel Tales Marvel Zombies. I believe this has some of the reprints of the original Marvel Zombies stories in it. These Marvel Tales issues have been flying off the shelf, especially like the Maestro one we just had and everything. So if you want to catch up on your Marvel Zombies, be sure to get that one.
All right, next we have the Spider-Man Marvel Snapshot #1. Looking lovely.
Yeah, Marvel's
As
done
they
this
all
series
have.
of the one-shot snapshots, and
Mhm.
this one is for Spider-Man. Here we have, I believe it is Wolverine #6, the Alex Ross Timeless variant. This one's cool. He didn't focus as much on his body. It's more about the scowl.
Mhm.
He really wants you to look in on that scowl.
That could be the first Wolverine cover not to feature his claws.
Wow.
He's like, Wolverine
Huh.
is bigger than his claws. They
Interesting.
don't define him.
He doesn't just have claws, he's got fangs, and he's going to grit them at you.
A lot of you have asked to be on everything Alex Ross variants, so you don't have to specify again if you want these, but if you do want a specific one, just let us know.
And if you're late to the game, let us know. We
We can
might
maybe
be
be
able
able
to
to hook
squeeze
you
you
up.
in there. But this one is still open to order
Mhm.
because you're smart enough to watch comics from the future.
Ooh.
And We also have the X-Force number 13, the timeless variant for that smart boy Beast.
Beautiful.
Now this was a
You know what? We missed a screen actually.
Yeah.
Let's go back to this one. So there's no screen for this next one. It's another one they didn't have ready in time. But there is an X-Force number 13 Fortnite variant. So once again, if you're getting the Fortnite stuff, let us know. This is not the cover. They don't have a cover for it yet. But there is a Fortnite variant we want everyone to know about.
Beast looks like he's just like waiting for that cover.
He
like,
is. Yeah, he's tired of waiting.
Also kind of looks like a gotten milk dad. So yeah, as I was saying, this is a recent addition. Just added this in a little bit ago. This is the Conan Handbook Companion. Did I say that right? I probably didn't. The official handbook of the Conan Universe Anniversary Edition. So Marvel loves their handbooks, their tie-ins and everything. They're doing one for Conan. I believe, I forgot when this one originally came out, but it does show kind of his supporting cast and everything. You get to read about those.
And what makes it official, you might ask? I'll tell you the answer. Disney's lawyers. It makes it very official.
That's very official.
All right, so this is cool. This is Transformers Back to the Future #1. This is going to be a 4-part series. Transformers have just been teaming up with all sorts of unexpected things like My Little Pony and now Back to the Future. So I think this is awesome. So
I really hope, and I mean, it's got to happen that that Doc turns the DeLorean into a Transformer.
I think that's what that one is, because it's got the thing in his chest. The flux capacitor is in his chest.
I just figured maybe he used the flux capacitor in another one, but okay, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, well,
Hopefully,
I'm glad to see that quickly got answered.
Hopefully we get a train version, too.
Yeah, that looks fun.
This is American Ronin #1. It's a new comic that we just want everybody to know about. If you want to read more on it, go to Previews World. We just don't want you to miss out. It has an interesting looking cover.
This is Carmine #1. This has we've been trying to feature this for weeks.
Yeah.
And it has finally made it.
Delayed.
Yeah, it was delayed. It finally made it to the final orders. So, yeah, this is a new series from Action Lab.
Yeah, there's a few variants for that you can see on Previews World as well.
All right, and this is Miranda in Maelstrom #1 from Action Lab.
Yeah, I remember reading about this. It has to do with like all these multiverses, and she goes to all these different realms, and yeah, it looks like they're just throwing all kinds of creative ideas at the wall and just taking it wherever. So it looks pretty fun. All right, so now we're on to our next segment: #2s, #3s, reprints, collected, and toys. So I say #2s, #3s because a lot of times people forget to sign up for series. They read the #1, they love it, and then they ask, hey, where's #2? And it's already been out.
Yep.
It's already sold out. So this is your chance. We remind you about things like that. Plus, there's a lot of good collected editions that we show off. And at the end, we get to the toys. You won't want to miss that. We we got something from, I guess, like the 90s.
Yes.
That you're going to want to see.
I was very excited to see. So we have the
neat.
Wonder Woman #1. This is the Wonder Woman from 1987, the George Perez run on Wonder Woman, facsimile edition. So it'll have all the original ads, all the outdated prices of
You get to see inflation with your own eyes.
Yes, yes.
All right, and then Fantastic Four #24, second printing Art Adams variant.
This is Fantastic Four Antithesis #1 second printing. So if you missed out on Antithesis and you heard it was really cool, you want to get into it, here it is. Or if you're collecting just all the prints, here's the second print of it.
This is Marvel Fanfare.
I've seen this one before.
#10.
Yeah.
Again, another facsimile edition. Just in time for the Black Widow movie.
Okay, Rise of Ultraman #2. This is the Art Durham variant. And then we have another variant. It's the Goto variant.
Yeah, so #1 just came out last week. We are nearly sold out. Seems like most everyone I talked to liked
really
it a
enjoyed
lot.
it.
Yeah.
We had like the most hardcore of hardcore Ultraman fans in this week, and they were like satisfied
They
by
schooled
it.
us on it because we all talked, what do we know? And we didn't know a lot. And since then, we have learned much. So
Yeah.
thank you all for coming in and talking to us about it. But yeah, so here's number 2. If you want to sign up for the series now.
Mm-hmm.
Here is Thor by Donny Cates Volume 1, Devourer King. So I know it is hard to get all those earlier Thor issues at this point, particularly number 5,
number 2,
even though it's gone to print number 4. Also, even if you have them, you don't want to crack them all open. They're probably all worth money at this point. So here's Volume 1. It is. Do I have a price on this? No, I assume it's around $20. So.
I wonder if it's going to collect all of the printing variant
Oh
covers, and that's good. Or that might have to be a whole separate book.
I think so.
Well, what is this, our old friend?
A major one that we want you to know about, but we don't have the cover.
Which makes this really hard because these variant covers have been really cool. This is for Venom 27 third print. So, I mean, can we say anything more about the further printings of Thor and Venom? They've been really awesome. They keep doing them, and people keep loving them. So this is 27 third print.
And once again, without the cover being around, it's hard for us to order up on it. So this is your chance to go, you know what, I trust these covers have all been good. Get it for me. And that way we can ensure you get it.
And there's also, which we don't have the cover for, Web of Venom Wraith, which just came out this week. Number 1, the second printing.
That was probably the hottest comic last week. So I'll just tell you straight out, I suggest you go ahead and get the second printing of Web of Venom Wraith. That was a hugely hot book. I still contest that they might consider something in it a cameo. It's just a glimmer and some light, but there's something really major stirring, and when that character appears finally, they may say that was a cameo, because he had an effect in the book. But anyway, I digress.
All right, this is Inkblot number 2. Really awesome cover. It looks like it's getting a little more of a scary situation happening here for these cute little cats. So if you liked the number 1, time to pick up the number 2, or let us know that you want to be on the series.
Yeah, it makes me just want to grab my cat and read it, while I'm hugging my cat, except that my cat would attack me.
Yeah.
So he's a mouser.
That cat looks like it does not need to turn around.
So cute.
It's not going to like it.
So this is Cyberpunk 2077 Trauma Team number 2. We're nearly sold out in number 1. The people who have loved Cyberpunk all these years, very excited that this stuff is out, and so we wanted to let you know number 2 is available for order. Sign up for it. Let us know if you want it.
So, Canto number 2, Hollow Men, issue number 3. This has been a super hot series. Everything Canto people have been loving. Really cute series. And so if you picked up the first one and you forgot to tell us you wanted to get all of them, now is your time to let us know that you want to be on Canto.
I think we have approximately 1 Canto left on the wall of any sort.
Yeah. All right, so this is the Venom Epic Collection trade paperback Symbiosis. This is $40. And what's it going to collect? Well, it's going to collect some epic Venom stories.
A lot of those early Venom stuff. A lot of people, it does cost quite a bit to try and collect all of those. And if you're a Venom fan, you want to read them. And these epic collections are really nice. Paperback, really nicely printed, bright.
And how you like that 90s Hamlet homage there.
I love it.
Yeah.
To be.
Such a great cover. So this is, for those of you who are fans of the show, this is Over the Garden Wall. It was sort of a hit little underground series that has transitioned into comics. Not everyone reads them, but the people who really like it, they come out in droves to get it. So this is an original graphic novel. It's Over the Garden Wall, Sisters of Charity. Original graphic novel, available for order.
Now, this is a book I was really excited about. Number 1 was awesome. It was super hot. We sold and sold and sold it. Yeah. We recommended it to so many people because we believed in it and we really liked it. We only find them when they're dead. This is issue 2. I have a feeling we're going to start really digging into the characters and kind of we saw kind of what they do in the first one. and we know what their mission is, and I'm interested to see how quickly we get to that.
We're going to dig into the characters as the characters dig into
Corpses.
the god corpses they find for loot and treasure.
Ew! And then we have a variant, the Infante variant. Really cool. One of the whatever they're called, the people who work in a morgue. There's a word for them. The coroners.
The coroners.
Yeah.
Okay. Doctor Who, Time Lord Victorious, #2. Get it if you want it. That's all I gotta say. #2.
Well, I think it's interesting. It's not featuring the newest Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Has Tennant.
Yeah, David Tennant. So, one of my favorites. This is Lonely Receiver #2. So if you grab #1,
Megan was a big
forget.
fan.
It was one of the most bizarre things I've ever read, and it's not me saying anything negative against it. It was that unique of a premise, I guess. And I really like what they're doing. They had a stark pink background for the first one, and they have a very stark purple one. So
And it almost looks like
cool.
their two bodies are creating like a shape.
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's definitely intentional. If you read the first one, you know
Okay.
what that's kind of doing.
All right, well here we go. We're
What?
getting to the toys.
This is
That's
a story
right.
all about how.
It is Fresh Prince and DJ Jazzy Jeff 4-inch stylized figurines. This is a 2-pack. It is $21.99. And that's just the first thing we have to show you about them, because if that's not enough for you, if you're like 4-inch, I need more than that.
I need something to cuddle with. This is this is the plush version
DJ Jazzy Jeff.
for $10.99. I mean,
That's so cheap for
And
the.
look at Will Smith.
Yeah.
Look at him.
you got the hat and everything.
That's super cute.
For all the powers of being a famous adult crushed him. Look how happy he is.
Parents just don't understand.
I found out that, we watched Cobra Kai. Before it, Will Smith's name comes up as executive producer.
Really?
Yeah, it's because he owns the rights to Karate Kid, because he bought it when he did the remake.
With Jackie
Yeah.
Chan and his son.
Yeah, his son. So, yep, Will Smith, he's very proud of the show. So,
As he should be.
I'll take this one. So this is the DC Collector 7-inch action figures from the Dark Multiverse. They're $24.99. They look very cool.
Yeah, these are from McFarlane Toys. Now that McFarlane has the rights to make them, and his mindset was basically like, I don't care if that character or that costume just appeared on a variant cover. If it looks cool, I want to make it. So we're getting some really cool versions of the DC heroes, a lot of Batman. And this wave, I know, comes with the pieces for a Build-A-Figure of Batman the Merciless, I believe is the Wonder Woman one, the big blue armor. A lot of people are collecting these, and we are able to order them. So if you don't want to have to go digging through Targets and Walmarts and trying to get there right when they open to get them, these are things we are able to order.
I feel like McFarlane, he decides what toys he's going to do. He has somebody tell him the idea while somebody's just like hitting a heavy metal guitar, and if it fits the atmosphere, he does it.
And I think that the Batman Who Laughs with the Wings, I think that was just from a variant cover.
Yeah, I never read anywhere yet. Wings that I can remember. Maybe in some dream or something.
Okay, this is really nice. This is the first time I'm actually seeing this. This is Stanley Orange Sweater, previews exclusive statue for $35. I don't know. There's something about the feeling in the face that's very
kind,
comforting and kind. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't recall how big it is. You can look it up on Previews World, but.
Yeah, but it's $35 for that one.
And lastly, you know more about this than I do.
Yeah,
we were talking about
this. This is so Super 7 was making the Masters of the Universe Ultimates. Those rights went back to Mattel. And they said, well, why do they just have Ultimates? Let's make Ultimates of everything. So these are Ultimate figures. They're about 7 inches tall, super movable, have a bunch of accessories, and this is the Voltron. It has interchangeable hands with the heads open and closed on them, the sword, the shield. These are really, really nice figures. I just got in my Lion-O and Panthro from Thundercats.
Yep, it is $45.
Mhm.
I saw it and I asked Andy, I was like, is this going to be like the real old school one where the tigers come apart and all? And you were the one that told me that. No, it's
No, these are just like
designed
really nice figures, really
Right.
posable.
Okay, well, that's it. We did it. Another huge show.
Yeah,
Comics
that's
from
big.
the future.
That's a lot.
By the time we get to the end, it is the future.
Yeah, so guys, if there was anything that you saw on this show today that you wanted, just leave us a comment, send us a message, and we can hook you up. Your orders for all DC items are due by Sundays at 5 p.m., and everything else is due Monday at 5 p.m. So just communicate any way you can. If you need a pull list, just send us a message. We'll tell you how to set one up. And
Yep. If you're not a local person or you're new to the show, that is great. We have new people watching the show all the time. We got the snowball effect going. So we would love to be your comic store. You get good information from us. Well, great. We'll support us back. We will take good care of you. We launched this show because we realized that people were missing out on comics because they weren't getting good information. We only have from Friday to Monday to get you guys this information. So we painstakingly put this show together every week at last moment. Just to try to keep everyone happy, and it's good for us too.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter where you are in the U.S., if you like our show, give us a call, hit us up on Facebook, or email us. We can set you up a pull box immediately.
Mhm.
So
all right, and we do this show every Friday at 5:30 p.m. So make sure to hit to get notifications and know when we go live. We do a Key Comics sale every Sunday at 1 p.m. And then we do a comic review show and sale every Tuesday. So there's lots of good stuff to get involved in.
Yep. All right. Well, I hope you guys who watched had as good a time as we did talking about the new comics and toys that are upcoming. And have a great rest of your day. And we will see you next time on Comics from the Future.